To become who you truly want to be, you've got to sacrifice who you are right now. It's a hard truth, but growth requires loss. The person you are today has brought you to this moment, but it's not enough to carry you forward. Who you want to be demands something different, something more. And that something more comes with a price, sacrifice. It means letting go of old habits, breaking free from routines that keep you stuck, and shedding the skin of comfort. Change isn't pretty, it's painful. But the pain of staying the same, that's far worse. When you choose to sacrifice your old self, you choose to walk into the unknown with faith, knowing that what lies ahead is far greater than what's behind you. You've got to be willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "This is no longer who I am, this is who I was." Only then can you step into your potential. It's about cutting ties with the familiar, with the easy. To grow, you must be willing to let go of who you've been and trust the process of becoming. Because that process, it's not instantaneous. It's a journey filled with uncertainty, struggle, and moments where doubt creeps in. But you push forward because greatness doesn't come without sacrifice. And make no mistake, that sacrifice will challenge you in ways you never thought possible. Through it, you'll discover strength and resilience you never knew existed. People talk about change like it's easy, like you can wake up one day, flip a switch, and suddenly you're stronger. But the reality, change comes from cutting off parts of yourself that no longer serve your future. It's a war within yourself, tearing down the old walls brick by brick until there's nothing left but a foundation ready to be rebuilt. You can't skip this process. There's no shortcut. True change means you've got to bleed for it, sweat for it, cry for it. And the hardest part? No one else can do it for you. It's you versus you. And the only way you win is by refusing to cling to what's holding you back. You have to be relentless in your pursuit of the new you, the better you. You've got to want it more than you want comfort. You've got to believe that the pain of change is temporary. But the regret of staying the same lasts a lifetime. The fight for change is what defines the strength of your spirit. And you'll lose count of the battles you fight with yourself, late at night, early in the morning, when you're exhausted, when you feel like quitting. But those are the moments that create champions. Real change comes from breaking down everything you thought you knew and rebuilding yourself into something stronger, something more resilient. You want strength? Then you've got to give up weakness. And that ain't easy because, for most of us, weakness is comfortable. We're used to playing small, letting fear control us, convincing ourselves that we're not good enough, not capable enough. But the strong, they walk into every situation with an advantage. Not because they were born with it, but because they built it. They sacrificed who they were to become who they are. The strong weren't always strong. They were once weak, just like you, just like me. But they chose to break free. They put in the work, made the sacrifices, and now they stand tall. You want to be strong? Then you have to abandon the mindset of weakness. You have to confront every doubt, every fear, and refuse to let it dictate your path. Weakness isn't a life sentence, it's a choice. And you have the power to choose strength instead. Every time you push past weakness, you're rewriting the narrative of your life. Strength isn't inherited, it's earned through relentless effort. Each push towards strength builds momentum, and with each step forward, weakness begins to lose its grip on you. The more you sacrifice weakness, the more you unlock potential you didn't even know existed. And soon, you'll realize that the strength you seek has always been within you, waiting to be unleashed. You see the weak, they stand around helplessly. They get looked down on. Doesn't matter how smart, creative, or kind they are, the weak always lose. I'm not saying kindness or creativity isn't valuable, but in this world, if you don't have the strength to back it up, you will get crushed. I know what it feels like to lose, to try but fall short. To believe that kindness or playing it safe would protect me, only to find myself broken. That kindness didn't save me. It didn't bring me the power I needed to survive. The world can be unforgiving, and people will take advantage of your weaknesses. They will see kindness as an opportunity to walk over you. But when strength and kindness walk hand in hand, that's when you become unstoppable.